Hello, everybody. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are watching us. This is Dr. Thoyinstar, and this is Global Outreach Media. Today, I'm with a special guest, a very important person to me. We've been together. We know each other now for a while. So the person I'm talking about is Mrs. Victoria. Mrs. Victoria is a vibrant woman that we will love to learn much about. Like you all know that the series, we're talking about freedom. So she will let us know everything about freedom, what she learned about freedom, and how she applied freedom in her own personal life, from elementary school, from high school, from levels in her life where she experienced freedom. She will let us know today, and you will really understand what freedom really means. For as many that not yet understand or have experience of what freedom really means, I want you to listen to her and learn how you can get your own freedom as well. So thank you for joining in and enjoying the show. Thank you, Mrs. Victoria. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you, Dr. Toyin, for inviting me to this talk show.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
I'm so happy to see you here today. I know time is of essence. Everybody in America here were so busy. So I know getting you to come to the studio is not an easy task, but from your busy schedule, you still find it
Particularly
time.
with today that is kind of a thunderstorm.
Yes, I know it's thunderstorm, a lot of flashing, a lot of warnings on radio and TV. Yeah. So, and it has been raining like 2 or 3 days now. So in fact, it's only God that saved me last night, because I was into very terrible accident, but God saved me.
Wow.
Thank you. So thank you for coming. And then I want people to know you more. Okay, so I want you to introduce yourself and then let us know a little bit about you.
Okay, my name is Victoria, Mrs. Victoria Waga, and I've known Toyin for a while, since we've been living in the United States here.
Thank you.
And I'm really highly privileged to be here to talk about freedom. When we're talking about freedom, first of all, you want to recognize that you need freedom.
Yes.
Actually, what do we mean by freedom? Freedom is the act to be free, to be liberated from everything, anything that concerns you.
Yes.
First of all, it starts from the mind.
Yes.
You see people yelling out for freedom because deep down in their mind, they know that there is something they need to be liberated from. Something, you know. But today, the angle I'll be coming from, I'll be talking about my own freedom, because it seems everybody is involved in this, the issue of being liberated or being free from one thing or the other. My own started when I was in secondary school back home in Nigeria. And deep down in my mind, I knew a kind of a career pathway to kind of follow. But this turned to be the opposite, because my parents were there telling me, you have to do this, you don't have to do that. You remember, in Nigeria, no matter how old you are, they will want to make input, and we want to listen to our parents. So I grew up to kind of, I wanted to be a nurse. And my mom said, no, you cannot be a nurse, going to work at night, leaving your children for your husband. We are preparing you to be a lady, a woman who will grow up with her children, raise her own family. And we want you to be a teacher. You go to school with your children, come back with them, make sure you nurture, you tutor them, do their assignment, their homework. And the next day, the same thing again, that this is the best way to train up your children. But deep down in my heart, I really wanted to take care of the sick. But however, I had to listen to my mom, because I have very high regard and value for her. I believe whatever decision, whatever thing she says is the right thing for me.
So before you continue, is your parent also a teacher?
Unfortunately, my mom was not a teacher, but worked
Okay.
in a school system.
Oh, okay, okay.
Exactly.
Maybe that's where she get the idea that she wanted to be a teacher.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, well, I grew up, I listened to her. I grew up, had my first degree, my master, and even a doctorate, running a doctorate program
Wow.
in educational
education.
psychology
Oh
with
my
the
God.
University of Nigeria, Abuja.
Wow.
And suddenly there was a change of status. I saw myself in United States.
Wow.
I didn't complete the doctorate program, so I came in here. When I came in, and I said that quest in my heart, you know, to kind of remember your career pathway is to be a nurse, to take care of the sick. It came back again, particularly after watching my mom passed on to glory.
Wow.
May her soul rest in peace. She's no
Amen.
longer alive now. And I witnessed throughout the period she was sick for 21 days,
Wow.
and she passed on to glory.
Wow.
And when she died, I discovered that the cause of her death was just kind of a misconception between science, medicine, and misconception, unbelief of my community, of my people.
Wow.
Because when she was sick, she had a stroke.
Okay.
That could be as a result of
Medical.
either high blood pressure or high cholesterol, whatever it is.
Okay.
But they were making us believe he's one old man at the back, living at the back of my mother's house, is a cause, instead of treating
The sickness.
the sickness. But well, eventually, then we were little, and eventually she died. So when I came into United States, I went into, because I needed, I don't want to be a victim or any member of my family to die
Just like
as
that.
a result of this misconception.
Yeah. Okay.
So I now went into this career pathway to become a nurse in the
Wow.
United States.
Wow. So now, in your mind, when you start, you want to be in medical line.
Yes.
But because you listen to your parents, that's why you turn to be in educational line.
Exactly.
But now an event occurred which your mother, which cost your mother's life, which you are
Correct.
not really okay with. So now we have medical thing to treat from my mother, and then other parts they believe in another theory, which is faith or religion parts, so that they don't really treat the mother as they should. So now I know you will be like, oh, why shouldn't I be in medical line? If I was or do what I want that time to be in the medical school, maybe I would have been able to help my parents.
Correct.
So now opportunity comes, you relocate from Nigeria down here, and now the mind to now go to medical line now comes for you.
Yes, and that is where I wanted to connect my choice of career right now to the freedom we're talking about.
Okay, go ahead.
So as long as I followed my mother's instruction,
Yes.
and which was kind of reasonable to me anyway, so it was not giving me the opportunity. I wasn't free. I wasn't liberated to follow my heart, to follow my mind, to really to be trained
Okay.
as a nurse.
Okay.
Probably if I had insisted then when I was in Nigeria, then that time she was sick, I should have been able at least to help.
Yes.
I know I'm not God. I know that one day
At least
somebody
something will have changed.
At least.
Or maybe she will have still be alive or get a proper care.
Exactly.
Yes.
To have proper treatment.
Yes.
At least before she passes on to glory.
Wow.
But what haunts me today is, if I had known some of these things to do, what I have known now, maybe my mom may be alive till today.
Yes.
Maybe her years on earth would have been extended
Yes.
with proper care. And this is why I am coming back to now be trained as a qualified nurse in order to help people, in order to kind of help my community to disabuse their mind and reconcile them, bring them to a balance between medical sciences,
Yes.
science in medicine,
Yes.
and their belief and their faith. I'm not saying faith doesn't work.
Yes.
Yeah, faith also treats.
Yes.
And at the same time, there's a role, there's a place of medicine, There's a place of technology. There's a place of science in medicine, in the life, in the healthcare of our people.
Wow, wow, that's so deep. So that's so deep, and I love the way you align them. So now we know that if you are able to make your choice, and that's where we're talking about freedom. So a lot of people think freedom, people that didn't have freedom is only when they are in prison, in which that is not. So freedom means that you are able to do whatever you want to do at any particular time, at any point, and any area of your life. So we can see that your freedom is being affected a little bit because your parents want you to be a teacher. Why you want to be in medical line?
Yeah.
You understand? So though no one see you being chained, though no one see you being maltreated, though no one see you being sad or in any confinement, but within you, you know that you are not where you want to be.
Exactly.
And that's what we are talking about, that where you want to be is very important. And that's where you get your freedom from. So she gets her career from bachelor, master's to the PhD level in education line, for which is not what you really want to be.
Exactly.
But you are doing that just to satisfy somebody. But in your mind, you know this is what you want to be. And now, how do you feel be in the field where you want to be?
Remember, from the beginning, I said freedom is the act to be liberated.
Yes.
To be free.
Yes.
From emotional.
Yes.
From not only just physical. I mean, the most important thing is the one that sits down in your heart.
Yes.
And that is when and how we have conflict. When your heart is telling you, you have to be standing up. Then situation is telling you, you have to sit down.
Yes.
If you are compelled to sit down, then you are not free to do what you want to do.
Yes.
So this is where the freedom comes in. It's not only when you're in prison. You can have emotional trauma.
Yes.
Something in you is telling you, you have to.
Yes.
You have to do something, and you are not able to do it because you have opposition, you have resistance, you have limitation, you don't have what it takes to make, to set yourself free from bondage. I call it bondage. If you are not able to do that positive things your heart is telling you to do, and you are doing the opposite, you are in bondage.
You are in the bondage already.
You free yourself.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So you can see, my people, you can see that a lot of people were in bondage because they are not free to do what the right thing to do. They know that this is the right thing for me to do, but because of one thing or the other, maybe one uncle, one parent, or one auntie somewhere that say, oh, I don't want you to do that because this is what I want you to do. And that's the reason why a lot of people are in bondage today. Yeah. So do what you love to do so that you can set yourself free. And then when you are free, that's when you can free others, right?
Correct. Absolutely right. It's only when you are free, you can set other people free. When you are free, when you are liberated to do that which your heart tells you to do, yes, you do it with a passion.
Oh,
you go extra mile to do. In fact, you have the zeal, you have the grace. People will be asking you, I mean, how are you able to do this? Because that driving force is inside of you.
Wow. So this really reminds me of conversation I had with a doctor yesterday. Okay. Yes. The man called me and said, Thoyinstar, you know the reason why I love you? I said, I don't know, sir. He said, you are doing what you love to do with a passion.
Exactly.
If not, I will not call you at this particular time, 9 p.m. at night, and you still answer me and still talk about this thing. So you can see the passion in me. So whenever they call you, anytime they meet you, the passion in you that free you, that make you somebody to reckon with, will make you work. So you don't see that thing you are doing as a work again. So you see it as a passion. You see it as a thing that I need to deliver. That is you want to deliver people. You are free, and then you want others to free. That thing will still be in you, pushing you. You need to do more. Even they call you in the middle of the night, you will want to get up. Look at it. When you are even working and you don't even like that shift or you don't like that job, sometimes it becomes a bondage.
Exactly.
It becomes a bondage because when you are trying to wake up, oh God, I'm going to this place again. But if it's a thing you love, you will like, oh, I want the day
You
to
have the
break
grace to do that.
every time. Every time. So, and this will lead me to something special in you. I know you're a CEO of Mare Healthcare Service.
Correct.
Tell me about it. How do you come about this company?
Okay, like I want to begin with the name Mary.
Okay. Yeah, Mary.
That name in Hebrew is a Hebrew word, and the meaning of Mary is appearance,
Appearance.
vision.
Vision.
What is your vision? What is your goal in life?
What is your goal in life?
That is what it means.
Okay.
That is what Mary means.
Yes.
You see, a lot of people, they'll have a vision, they'll have a goal, but they don't know how to accomplish it.
Yes.
So when I called it Mary Healthcare,
Yes.
because my goal, my vision is to help
Yes.
the sick.
Yes.
Is to be there. I mean, you know what it means when somebody has lived all his or her life to the fullest,
Yeah.
and towards the end of life, it's like they are left there at the corner, particularly at an old age. Nobody cares.
Nobody care about them anymore.
So my vision is to see how to help these people, enjoy their life until they pass smoothly onto transition, onto glory.
Wow.
It's just like my mom.
Okay.
That was how I got that name, vision.
Okay.
My vision to help people. It's not as if we're going to live here forever, because
No.
there is a time to be
Yes.
born and there is a
Yeah.
time
So
to
we
die.
surely
But we
transit.
must not die in agony. We must not die suffering.
Yes.
We must not die everybody, running away from us because they can no longer cope seeing their dad or their mom drooling. They can't see them, looking very different from what they used to be.
Wow.
Somebody has to be there to help these people.
Yes.
Somebody has to be there to give them a cup of water. Somebody has to be to take care of their daily needs.
Yes.
So this is the vision and the goal I have.
Wow.
So that is why I set up
The company.
the company, the home care services,
Wow.
to help people like my mom before she died.
She died.
Yes.
Wow.
To help people in that category.
Wow, this is so good, and I want to let you know that you are in a good path to total freedom, because when God creates us, He creates us, and He told us human being to have dominion over everything on earth. So one thing God said is He wants us to create something. So I'm so happy that you get yourself, especially when you come to US, you got yourself and you now in line with in Earthline. And then you didn't stop there, even after you get your freedom of doing what you love to do. But now you create something, which is very important. You create this company called Mare Healthcare Service.
Yeah.
So, and this company is purposely created to care for people, especially the old one, because you have experienced how your mother went away and you don't want it to happen again. You want people, even if they are dying, you want them to be happily transit. That, okay, they know that they have a good and quality health care they need. It's not going to be about, oh, I believe in this theory, I don't believe in this theory. You understand? So at least everybody will be at the same page. Whether based on your belief, you've done everything you're supposed to do. Based on science, we've done everything we're supposed to do. So if time comes to go, it's going to be God's time, and everyone will be at peace. And I believe that's the reason why this company come to an existence, which is very good. So I would just want to let my people know that when you are free, you need to create something. I'm not against being employee somewhere, but always think about something else. What can you create? What can you create to make life much easy and better for others? Yes, you get your freedom. How can others be free? No matter what you are doing in life, think about that. This life is not about yourself. So, because the way God creates us, look at all this creation. What God creates, like trees, flowers, everything. They all blossom. They all grow. They all show their kind and what they can do. But are they the one enjoying it most? It's us enjoying it. So sometimes you will be free, but are you the one that hold that freedom? Sometimes, yes, you are free, but others around you must also be free. And if we are able to extend all these things, no one will be in bondage. Look at my sister here, Mr. Victoria. Yes, she get into the line she wants. Now she create a company called Maria Healthcare Service, purposely to take care of the old people. So what are you creating? How are you making life much easier for people? I want you all also to think about that. That means you are not free yet. If you are not free yet, I want you to contact us. We will be able to have a conversation, and then you will be able to talk to you which area remaining in your life and how you can go about it. So also, Sister Victoria is a very close friend to me that we can call at any time if you want to talk to her, just to get advice on how to be free and how to create something better in your life. So I want every one of us to get to that point, and that's the reason for this series that we are doing. So, like know that I brought a lot of people already, which they all speak in every area of life. Very good, and you can see where my sister talking about. So we will continue, and then she will still give us a little bit before the time goes by. Thank you. And thank you, Sister Victoria. I'm so happy, like I said from the beginning, so that you are here with me, and then we're able to get to this point. So we're talking about mindset. You say it got to come from your mind. How are you able to work on your mindset to get to this point again?
To be honest, it's not easy to have been trained to the point of being a doctorate student.
Yes.
You're coming back again
To another line.
all over. This is what I'm talking of, freedom. When you're in the right path, it's easier for you to recondition your mindset.
Yes.
All along, I knew that one way or the other, I would see myself helping the sick. Whether as a psychologist or as a counselor, as a nurse. So I had my mindset ready.
Wow.
Ready to do waiting for the opportunity for me to do that.
Okay. That's good.
So it has to do with humbling. You humble yourself.
Okay.
Like I said, when the grace is there,
it
doesn't matter any level, any mile you can take to make sure.
Okay.
To recondition your mindset.
All right.
To achieve that you have set.
So I know from our conversation, while you are in Nigeria, you get to the PhD level. So when we now come to America, so at what level do you now have to start again?
When I came in here, because I wanted to go into another new career pathway, I had already some degrees from Nigeria. So what I did was to tender all the degrees I came with.
Okay.
And they had to look at they call it prerequisite for you to go into medical line. So you have to do some few courses, which I did about 6 of them, including anatomy and physiology, like statistics, chemistry, and so on. Well, I had to humble myself to go back to the classroom, and I did all that. And
so in college or university?
Of course, in the university. So today I'm running a master's degree.
Wow,
in nursing.
That's a very humble beginning. So, and thank you, because you want to be in the field you want. That's why you have to even go down to that point of doing the prerequisites. And I know that God will continue to help you. So we're talking about freedom. Sometimes the company you keep, friends, can influence you badly or positively.
Yeah.
How did you cope with that? Companionship. Yes.
It is very, very important to be careful.
Yes.
Of the kind of company you keep. Because they can either make you or destroy you.
Yes.
For me, any friend coming around me who does not share my vision, like I said, marriage is all about vision. If you don't have the same vision with me, and I share my vision with you, and it's hard for you to take, and I know you won't be able to motivate me along my vision,
yes,
I know we don't have anything in common, I'll gradually withdraw from you.
Wow.
So when I came in here, I know I went into asking people who were registered nurses.
Okay.
And I talked with them. I seek counseling from them and what it takes. So I had such people who were medical field as my friends.
Okay, that's good. And that really helps you because you do not keep the bad one that can deviate you from your vision, from your goals.
Yeah.
So, and then you continue to ask questions from people that you know that can help you. And then even because you must see a very good and positive things in their life before you even talk to them about it. Wow. So that's good. So, is there any time you know that someone is not get there yet or getting their mind clear that you're able to advise? And if you advise them, do they listen? And if they don't listen, what have you done?
Like I said, my first degree and my first master's degree was in counseling.
Okay.
So I can really, and with my faith too, and with my belief, I can design.
Yeah.
I can, having taken some psychology courses.
Yes.
People who come around me for advice also, I'll listen to them. Listen to their heartbeat. I'll be able to know where they are missing it, where they are going, whether they have achieved it or not. Okay. Then I'll advise them accordingly, constructively and objectively. And sometimes they may not have the means to get to the goal they have set for themselves. I have to provide some of the little resources within my ability for them to help them climb.
Wow.
Yes.
That is fantastic. So, and then when we are talking about freedom also, you can say no to very negative discussion or not to conspire to commit a fraudulent or something bad in life. So at any time, do you have any time you have some friend that want you to get involved in committing something that you are able to stand out and say no?
Of course, when you are talking about freedom, I don't believe in seeking for freedom through conspiracy.
Okay.
Or seeking for freedom will always come up. It will always emerge. Yes. You always have opportunity of being free.
Yes.
It's either through dialogue without violence.
Yes.
And freedom will always speak for itself, just like grace can speak for you.
Yes.
So, but I've had some opportunity where friends around will want me to do the opposite in order for them to be free. I will tell them, no, you have to follow the right path.
Yes.
Constructively. You don't have to tell lies to be free.
Yes.
I'll stand my ground. No matter how close you are to me, I will dissect the whole thing on the table.
Yeah.
Explain step by step and explain it to you and their implication.
Okay.
But if you choose the otherwise, I've done my best. I've tried to convince you. If you are not taking it, then I just pray you follow the right path.
Yeah.
So you cannot push me to do the other because I'm not a violent person.
Okay.
I'll prefer to follow in order to get your freedom peacefully.
Yeah.
No matter how long it's going to take.
Wow, this is so good. And the reason why I asked that question is about conspiracy. So a lot of people are in trouble today because they conspire with somebody in which they know that they're not supposed to do it. And because they don't want their friendship to be destroyed, they're like, okay, let me do it just for doing sake. And then at the end of the thing, become a problematic situation. And then the worst part of it, it might be you that's supposed to say yes or no to whatever they bring to your table to conspire with. You might be the one to suffer or suffer the consequence of that thing. You understand what I'm saying? So, and that is why anything we are doing in our decision making, we need to think twice.
Yeah.
Is this a right thing to do or not? If this thing will cause me to lose my friend but retain my freedom, please do it. Anything that will cause your freedom, I don't want you to do it, because a lot of opportunity will come before you, and then they are there to lose your freedom, and it's too expensive. So don't conspire with anybody to do anything evil or anything that will make your freedom, or that will jeopardize your freedom.
Correct.
Because when you are free, remember, you are not the only one. Your husband, your wife is there, and your children are there also enjoying the freedom. So, but when you conspire or you change or you do something that will put that freedom in trouble, not only you will be in trouble again now. So your immediate family and people that love you will also be in trouble. And that is the reason why we are in this series of freedom, so that everybody will know that I need to do something very good and nice at any time.
If I can quickly comment there.
Yes,
I heard
right.
you talk about
Yes.
if you have a friend, you want
Yes.
to do what your friends want.
Yes.
So I don't believe in conspiracy. In the first place, if I have a friend from the beginning,
Yes.
I'm transparent. I want my friends to know what I believe in
Yes.
and who I am.
That's correct.
And when it comes to transparency, you set it on from the beginning of your friendship. So it will be difficult for them to turn around and say, do the opposite, do the
Yes.
bad thing.
Yeah, the bad thing.
Because they know you are not going to concede. But when it's like you want to please everybody, in the first place, you have to look at this thing I'm pleasing my friend for. What is the policy behind what I want to do? If the policy is not letting you do that, put the policy of the establishment before your friend and say, this is what the policy of this department is saying. Because of this policy, I cannot go against the policy. So I'm not going to do it, even if you are my very close friend. I'm sorry, we can't do it.
Wow. Yes.
Instead, you have to help your friend to kind of be a compliance to that policy.
Okay.
If your friend does not have the resources to be compliance to that policy, you have to help by looking for a way of how to get those resources to make your friend compliant. Maybe I give an example.
Okay.
If I want to drive in United States, I want to be a driver.
Okay.
I want to be a Maryland driver.
Yeah.
I have to go to the driving school.
Yes.
I have to go for the test.
Yes.
And I have to go to road test.
So there's two tests, computer test,
exactly,
and then the road test.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And at the end, I'll get
the license.
The license.
Yeah.
That is what the policy says.
Yes.
I won't jump all this procedure to go and begin to, is it to kind of, who are the officers in this,
okay.
and how can I get through the back door?
Okay.
No, because everything step by step is documented.
Yes.
So in the first place, I have to take my friend, drop her or him where to go, where to do the class,
yes,
go to the school, go to driving test. I know it's not going to be too easy with me, but I have to make sure I help that my friend in step by step until he achieve or she achieve what he wants to do. So that is the freedom we are talking about.
That is so fantastic. That is so fantastic. And this last question I will just ask to round up. So you say you will explain your policy and everything. At what point will you be able to explain to your friend that this is who I am from the beginning of the friendship?
Okay. In fact, is from the first day you meet.
Okay. So you need to let the person know this is who I am.
Exactly. I know relationship is not just one day affair. It builds.
Yes.
And before a friend can come and ask you the otherwise, he must have followed your speeches, what day to day, how you guys talk, maybe in going out and in something, then eventually he will now say, I think this my friend should be able to help me.
Okay.
Through the back.
Based on what he or she has been seeing you doing or saying.
Exactly. So your lifestyle, your speech should portray whom you are. Exactly. That is what I mean by transparency.
Yes, I understand. Yes. Thank you, Sister Victoria, for this wonderful time moment with you. I'm so glad that we're able to digest all these things, and I'm so sure my people will understand and then enjoy the show today. So I believe you out there gain one thing or the other from what my sister has to say. So in which what we are saying today is about freedom. Get freedom in anything you are doing, and then when you get your freedom, create something. When you create something, help somebody. When you help somebody, just know your value and do not let anyone take away your value or your freedom away from you, no matter what. Friend, either enemy, family, nothing on this earth is supposed to take your freedom away from you. So please, I would like to join us again next week. I'm bringing another wonderful person to you. Sister Victoria is here to help at any time. From what she explained to her, she is a CEO of Marine Earth Service. So if you have old one here in America and you want a very standard company to take care of them, she's available. Thank you so much for watching us. We will see you next week. Thank you, Sister Victoria, for coming today. Really appreciate you.
Thank you, Dr. Toyin.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
All right.